lot of bands, when it doesn't work out for the best, they just kind of think that that's the end of it. It doesn't have to be.
Wanna take a faster ride,
Cartel.
My name is Kevin Sanders, and I play drums.
I'm Joseph Pepper, I play guitar.
I am Nicholas Hudson. I play bass.
I'm Will Keith, and I sing and play guitar in Cartel.
Together to take over an industry, or whatever.
It's not really a deeper meaning to our band name.
Or poster in Spanish, you know, if we get crazy.
Yeah.
But we like the English term.
It was short, sweet. Couldn't really make fun of it.
But people sure do mispronounce Cartel.
The DIY phase of Cartel now is it's a lot more liberating. We don't have to worry about, like you said, we don't have to worry about label intervention or anything like that. So it's really just more natural and allows us to kind of do whatever we want without having to. It's pretty much we're our own critics, and as long as we're happy with it, don't care. We don't need anybody else to reaffirm it.
I feel like a lot of people respect you guys for that too.
I think all those people have the best intentions, but often they use the momentum that you create to run with, and it doesn't necessarily always end up in the best for us or them. But I think a lot of bands, when it doesn't work out for the best, they just kind of think that that's the end of it. It doesn't have to be. If you actually are a decent band and have good fans or enough fans, you can play those people forever. No regrets.
Yeah, I don't do
Yeah.
regrets.
I mean,
You can't have regrets. I mean, everything we did, we took because it was an opportunity, and we felt like every decision we've made has been to gain more exposure for our music, not necessarily to succeed more, but just to have the opportunity, for more people to hear our music, and that's really anybody can ask for. So now, I mean, going back and doing anything differently, I mean, I would learn how to play guitar better when I was 10.
Yeah.
Shit happens. Sometimes you deal with professionals and sometimes you don't. But we still are going to go to Australia one day. It's a matter of time.
I think the EP has a lot of diversity in it that was not really intended. I think that's kind of a good consequence of us putting these songs together like we are and having just EPs instead of albums, because albums you end up trying to put together 10, 11, 12 songs, whatever it is, to for everything and try to make sense together. It's like, if you put together an album that every song sounds crazy different, or even like different genres or influences, like people end up only picking a couple songs that they like anyway, and either those are the only songs they get on iTunes or whatever, or it's the only songs they listen to. And there are certain albums where it's cohesive throughout, whether it be a like a concept record, or whether it's Abbey Road or anything like that. Like some albums just make sense together. And with EPs, I think that it's not so much to give us the I guess the free pass out of trying to think that hard about an album. It's more of us being able to put out more music more often and not have to censor what songs go on records just because it doesn't make sense to a song 6 tracks later. With 5 tracks, kind of you don't want to hear 5 of the same song at all. You want to hear something different out of each one, and I think with the CP we accomplished that. I don't think any song has any crazy similar representation of another song, so it's a lot of fun to have that sort of record. They're releasing the EP along with 4 acoustic tracks that are just acoustic versions of the songs on the EP, and they actually got an exclusive track, full band song as well, that I guess that'll release there March, February, something like that. I'm not too sure since they obviously just got it. But they licensed the EP from us, which is really cool because that's something we look to do in the future. As far as we've always had a great time overseas, we feel like that's a very unexplored territory for us. Even though we've been most everywhere you want to go, it's just you got to go back 3 or 4 times to really make it work, like we had to do here in the States. So we'd love to be able to do that, and having the licensing deals just is another way for us to get our music out there with local representation, and that's the best thing we could ask for, especially in the DIY platform.
I am an amp musician.
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 a lot better than I can write.
That's why I chose to do this.